The sirens never came. No blaring horns, no frantic broadcasts. Just a casual invitation to a pool hall, a shared beer, and a confession ripped from the throat as the world silently unravels. What if the end wasn't a sudden explosion of chaos, but a chilling, drawn-out descent into the inevitable? It started with a simple diagnosis and ended with a love I was too late to confess. The humid air of the pool hall clung to me, thick with the scent of stale beer, chlorine, and regret. Neon lights buzzed overhead, casting a sickly yellow glow on the worn felt of the tables. I'm not a great player, I just like the rhythm, the focus. A brief escape from the constant low hum of anxiety that's become my default setting. But tonight, the rhythm felt off. I pulled my hair into a tight ponytail, the elastic biting into my scalp. It was a nervous tick, racked the balls, the satisfying thud echoing in the semi-quiet space. A moment of control, a fleeting sense of normalcy. Then Laura spoke, her voice carrying an unnerving lightness. Wait, you're infected? It wasn't a scream, a panicked outburst, just a casual observation, dropped into the conversation like a rogue ball that disrupts the game. The room seemed to tilt slightly. My stomach clenched. Infected? What are you talking about? The doctors tell me. Laura's smile didn't reach her eyes. That's what made it truly unsettling. 3 shots and a booster. A wave of disbelief washed over me. But I thought you were vaccinated. A desperate hope clung to the question, a futile attempt to rewrite reality. There are so many anti-vax dipshits out there that the zombie virus keeps mutating. The vaccine can't keep up with all the new strains. Her words were matter-of-fact, devoid of emotion. It was the tone of someone reporting the weather. A bitter laugh escaped my lips. Assholes. The thought was ugly, resentful, but it felt accurate. Tell me about it. Laura's gaze drifted past me, towards the darkened corners of the bar. I forced a smile, a pathetic attempt to mask the rising panic. You look okay? I was searching for some sign that she was lying, that this was some twisted joke. This strain turns you slower, so it's harder to detect and easier to spread. A slow, deliberate explanation. The implications hung heavy in the air, suffocating. That's a bitch and a half. I managed, my voice tight. Remind me not to split a beer with you. I gripped my cue tighter, the smooth wood a small comfort in the swirling chaos of my thoughts. Or make out, Laura said, and that's when I noticed my grit tightening on the cue. A sudden, sharp pang of longing resonated in my chest. Laura and I have been best friends for ages. A comfortable, familiar friendship. I've always wanted to be more, but the words have always felt too big, too risky. So, I started, awkwardly lining up my shot. The pool table seemed to vibrate with the weight of unspoken feelings. So what? Her gaze was unreadable, like looking into a still, black pool. So, how long until you start craving brains? The question hung in the air, a bizarre and horrifying inquiry. 1 month? Laura said, and I shanked my shot, the cue ball skittering wildly across the felt. A shudder ran through me. A month. It felt like a lifetime and an instant all at once. The neon lights seemed to intensify, beating a frantic rhythm against my temples. I wanted to run, to scream, to deny everything, but I stayed rooted to the spot, trapped in this sterile, suffocating reality. I swallowed hard, forcing down the rising tide of despair. I tried to laugh it off. You've got to be kidding me. But the room didn't laugh back. It held its breath, waiting. Later, a man stumbled over to the table, reeking of cheap whiskey and bad intentions. You sluts deserve each other, he sneered, and left to go annoy someone else. I should have ignored him, let him fade back into the shadows. But I was overwhelmed, fragile, and the man's words felt like a confirmation of my deepest insecurities. I shoved him, a stupid, impulsive act fueled by desperation and the looming certainty of loss. He fell, spilling his beer. The anger flared within me, a misplaced fury directed at anyone but myself. You owe me a beer, you stupid bitch. Here, Laura said, offering a beer from her own glass. It was almost too casual. Before I could react, the man snatched the beer and chugged it, a defiant act of absorption. Then the tears started, a silent release of grief, regret, and a fear so profound it threatened to consume me. Hey, what's wrong? Laura asked gently, her hand resting briefly on my arm. I think I love you, I sobbed, the words tumbling out in a rush of pent-up emotion. But I never had the guts to say it. The realization hit me with the force of a physical blow. A lifetime of unspoken feelings laid bare in this moment of impending doom. I wanted to kiss her, to hold her close, even though I knew it would be a final, irreversible farewell. I know, I've always known, Laura smiled, a wistful sadness in her eyes. Now let's shoot pool. The balls clicked against the felt, a hollow rhythm accompanying the slow unraveling of a world. The neon lights hummed their relentless song, and I wondered if love, even in its most honest expression, could be enough to outrun the inevitable.